everybody, it's me, Ryan. I know I haven't done a lot of videos lately on my astronomy vlogs, but I know I've gotten some feedback. I've just been real busy with work and all that type of stuff. And like everybody else, just staying safe, like I mentioned in my other astronomy videos, just staying safe from COVID. It's still out there, I don't really think we're getting close to, ending this virus anytime soon, unless there's a vaccine coming out, but that's a different story. But as you can tell, as you can tell, sometimes I stutter. I apologize. I'm in a different setting. The normal. Instead of being at home in a computer room where like the family computer room or whatnot, if you want to call it just a computer room. I'm just here in a Whataburger parking lot. Had a bit of a Whataburger craving, so I'm here in the parking lot here at Whataburger in my hometown of El Paso, Texas. So I'm just doing I want to do an astronomy video today to let you guys know, if you haven't been aware, next week is a pretty it's starting to become a dominant not dominant really, but it's starting to become a well-known and better meteor shower. That is the Orionid meteor shower, and that is and of course the radiant, as you can tell, is from Orion the Hunter, and that is my favorite constellation, in case you guys didn't know. So yeah, next week is the sorry, I had to clear my throat. But yes, next week is the Orion meteor shower. It peaks from the 21st to the 22nd, but the 21st is usually the best day to see it. And like always with meteor showers, they're always best to see around after midnight. And I was looking right now on my phone. I looked it up on my I looked at the meteor shower information and all that on my phone, which gave me the idea to make this video for you all. And it is, depending where you are, it's going to start around 1 a.m. I'm not sure. It didn't give a specific time zone, but it could be 1 a.m. anywhere till around right now, which is dawn. I'm a night owl, so it doesn't affect me that much. I like to stay up all night, especially with the job I have. I'm just up until like maybe who knows what time. But yeah, for the most part, it's a good meteor shower, and I say that with personal experience, because last year when I saw the Orionids, they were successful. I saw them. I drove about maybe 10 or 15 miles out from my house, even though where I live, I don't live in a really big area. I mean, I live in a city, but there's not a lot of city lights with a lot of businesses and big buildings. Of course, we only have 10,000 people where we live in this part of El Paso. But I drove out about 15 minutes to a small town called I drove out to a small town called Tornillo, Texas. It's about 10 or 50 miles away from where I live. And I had the best view you can imagine. One of the best views you could possibly imagine of the night sky. There were no city lights, Tornillo, Texas, if you're watching this and you're from around the El Paso area, you know that Tornillo, Texas, but if you don't, Tornillo, Texas is so small, when you drive through it, you'll miss it within the blink of an eye. It's one of those type of little towns. It's not even, there's maybe like one or two businesses there, just like a Dollar General or whatnot. But overall, Tornillo was a perfect place for me because there's nothing out there at all. Like I said, just one business and that's it. It's like as soon as you drive through, if you blink, you're already out of it. So it was like around, like I said, past midnight. So I went out there. I looked for some meteors and I had some success. I definitely did have some success there. How many meteors I saw, I can't recall, but that's not a bad thing. I did see a lot of meteors. I just can't remember how many I saw within an hour. It was a good amount, but I just can't remember how many there were. But I do suggest, but yeah, it was a good amount of meteors. I just can't remember the number in particular. Sorry. So yeah, that's going to be, so again, the Orionids are next week. Just keep that in mind in case you guys are interested. And the best time to look, again, is after midnight. So after midnight, Orion the Hunter is usually out, obviously around that time, but he's out in the east. He's facing upwards, like he has his club sticking out from the horizon, the eastern horizon. And from that point on, up until dawn, around, like I said, the time, it's around 7 a.m. here, is a perfect time to see the meteors, especially on the peak. So just a refresher, guys, for those who might not know what a meteor shower is. A meteor shower in particular, any meteor shower, not just the Orionids, but a meteor shower in general, is an event where not particles, but debris from a comet or any space space object comes to Earth, it burns up in the Earth's atmosphere. It comes at around 150 miles, about 150 or 170,000 miles an hour, so fast that it burns up in the atmosphere and it just evaporates into nothing. There's obviously been instances where you have fireballs that actually are visible even in the daytime and they hit Earth. Like the most common one was to date was probably back in 2012 that hit Russia. I remember that like it was yesterday. I was a junior in high school. But again, with meteor showers, though, usually you'll see like a meteor shower is just caused by the debris that comes out from a comet, particularly a comet within a certain amount of time. Like you'll see, and sorry, I had a brain fart. So yeah, I twisted my words here. I'm sorry. But yeah, that's what a meteor shower basically is. A meteor shower is an event, again, that takes place where debris, space debris, primarily like, rocks or meteorites that come out from a comet, fall to the Earth's atmosphere and burn up. And what causes this? What causes this is pretty simple. It's pretty easy to understand. When the Earth is orbiting around when the Earth is orbiting around the sun all year long, it usually hits the Earth usually gets goes in the trail. It goes in the trail of debris, causing that to cause meteors. It falls to Earth. Well, not falls to the Earth, but it causes it gets in the Earth's atmosphere and it burns up, which is a meteor. Because I know people tend to and it's understandable. I'm not upset, of course, but I'm not making fun of anybody. But people tend to get meteors and comets confused. I know this is a bit off topic, but I just want to point this out. A meteor and a comet are very, very much different. A meteor is something you see in a second, maybe less if you're lucky. If you have quick reflexes and you turn right when you see one, you'll be lucky enough to see it. But sometimes you won't be. A comet, on the other hand, is a humongous ball of ice, or it could be even a microscopic ball of ice that is passing by the sun or away from the sun, and that ball of ice is called the coma, right? So if it's big enough, powerful enough and strong enough, like with what we had with Comet Neowise about 3 months ago, which I was so blessed to see. I'd never seen a comet until Neowise, and I was so happy that it survived the sun's perihelion, right? So that's a comet in general is like either a huge or small icy coma that creates a tail as it inches closer or like more away towards the sun. That's why comets have tails, because of the sun's heat. And sometimes a lot of comets that are rumored to be a spectacle usually fizzle out because they can't withstand, like I said, the sun's perihelion, because the sun's perihelion is a major test of what a comet is. A comet, of course, starts out in space, but once it gets close to the sun, if it's not powerful enough, if it's not steady enough, it's going to fizzle out and it'll vanish into deep space. And that's what happened with 2 other comets prior to Neowise. If you catch up with the comets, you'll probably know what I'm talking about. It was Comet Swan and then Comet Atlas, or I think it was the other way around. Comet Atlas and then Comet Swan, but they both fizzled out. They were just big disappointments. And then there was Neowise, and then Neowise was the one that Neowise was the one that got a lot of attention around the world. So I just wanted to bring that up to you guys. So going back to the meteor showers, I just wanted to bring it up. I just wanted to bring up that case that meteors are only seen within seconds, and comets are seen within weeks. You can see a comet in a certain area within a few weeks. Like I said, Neowise was visible throughout all of July, right? But a meteor is just seen within a few seconds, and that's it. So I just want to clear that up for you guys. And lastly, just before I go, I think right now, I don't know if it's actually a season or not, but this is where you have the best meteor showers this time of year. As we head into fall and into winter time, are the best meteor showers. Starting with, if you want to, well, the Perseids is one of them, but the Perseids, I've had mixed results with, so I don't really bother as much with them anymore. unless I'm in the mood for it. Then you have now the Orionids meteor shower, which occurs in October every year. Then November, it's the Leonids around mid to late November, and then around mid-December are the Geminids, and those are all very good meteor showers. I think the Leonids are probably the best one. Then you have the Geminids right under them. You know, again, they're all good, but again, they're all really good. But if you were to rank them from best to like the best to second best or whatnot, I think you start with the Leonids, because the Leonids have always been a success with me. But also on the other hand, though, I can probably concur, because if you guys have seen, I don't know if for those who are watching this video, if you've ever seen meteor showers yourself, feel free to comment below and just tell me what meteor showers you recall watching that were really good to you. Because I remember, like a few years ago, I saw the Geminid meteor shower, and that was an absolute spectacle. I saw at least, I'm not kidding when I say this, even exaggerating, I saw at least about 100 meteors within like a few hours. I kept logging it on Facebook. I saw at least 100 plus meteors within a whole night, you know? And that's what really turned me on to the Geminids and meteor showers as a whole. Because I mean, I would see them with my dad, but like, for example, like when I was still like 6 or 7 years old, you know, maybe 5 or 6, there was, you know, for those who remember that are older than I am, I'm 24, there was a Leonid meteor storm that happened in 2001, where there were like 100 meteors in 1 hour. Think of that, 100 meteors in 1 hour for the whole night. You know, I remember walking out there and just seeing meteors left and right, falling, like it's like right after another, or like right behind each other. You know, it wasn't a meteor shower. Again, it was a meteor storm. It was just something I'll never forget. And I'm pretty sure, again, for those who are watching this video, who are either my age or even older, would know what I'm talking about, that keep up with astronomy and meteor showers and watch them. They'll probably know what I'm talking about. The Leonid meteor shower of 2021. Oh, 2021. Oh, 2001. I'm sorry. I'm all thinking about next year. And the next meteor storm for the Leonids will be in about 12 years. So I'm 24. I'll probably be 36, God willing, if I'm still alive. I should still be alive, but anything can happen. But God willing, God forbid, nothing bad happens to me. But okay, guys. With that being said, I wanted to make this video regarding the Orion meteor shower. Again, it's next week. The peak dates are October 21st to 22nd. The best viewing time is past midnight. Always set to a rural area, you know, where there's less city light, unless you live in a small town like I do. But even that you know, even small towns have their own businesses, school districts. You know, school districts have lights. Gas stations have lights. You know, typical small city stuff, right? Small town stuff. So if you're not satisfied with that, just drive out to wherever you want to go, and happy viewing to you all. Again, if you have questions, comments, or concerns, go ahead and drop them in the comments below. And if you like this video, go ahead and subscribe, guys. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Have a good one, and stay safe from COVID.